Hey there everyone, this is another knife review. This is my Emerson, part of its prestige line. This is the Emerson CQC-7V. So the V stands for their conventional V grind. So if you can see this knife here, it's got a V grind instead of the normal chisel grind that you see on a standard CQC-7V. Everything else is the same other than the G10 scales here, which are what they call Afghan tan. Wave feature is the same. The blade length is the same at 3.3 inches. So overall it's the same thing as a standard CQC7. But I do like the grind, the conventional V grind more than the chisel grind. It's got the really nicely done stone wash on the top part before the first grind, the V grind there, as well as a nice swedge on the top. And then you got the kind of polished finish on the 154 cm blade there. So this is a 2011 model of the Emerson. This is a rock solid knife. No blade play at all. Not just no blade play, but it feels like a fixed blade. That's how solid it is. And the blade stock is the standard .125 that Emerson uses on all his knives. G10 with the liners feels really thick. It's definitely thicker than I thought it was going to be, but at the same time it feels very good. The jimping here is, it's not the best. It works, but not as grippy as Spyderco, that's for sure. Or even that Martin Tejas that I reviewed before this one. The wave feature works great with this knife, as with all Emersons. Yeah, so Tonto grind and everything. This one actually has been sharpened to have a secondary bevel on the backside. With the conventional V grind, normally you just get a flat grind all the way down to the edge, and then on the front side here, where the branding is, then you have the normal bevel. But this one has been sharpened on both sides to have a, I believe, 50-degree inclusive video, or inclusive edge. So this edge is really strong, and it's really sharp since I sharpened it on my Wicked Edge sharpener. So Emerson, when I first saw Emersons and played with Emersons, or actually when I first saw Emersons, I thought they were just really ugly, and I didn't like 154 cm and all that kind of stuff. And then I played with the CQC-8 at a store. I still don't own one, but I was just really surprised by the ergonomics, and after that I just started getting really attracted to Emerson knives. So now I really enjoy them. I used to have an HD12 full titanium model that I traded later on, but that really, that was my first Emerson. So to start off with an HD12 for Emersons is, yeah, I think that's going to set you off. And so after that, then I got this one, and I got a CQC-13, and they're some of my favorite knives out there. So yeah, Tonto edge and everything it's just a really strong knife. I would have, I believe, no problems putting this through a car, through a car hood or anything like that. So yeah, this is Emerson CQC-7V. I'm just going to do some quick size comparisons for you. So this is against CQC-13, lined up as best as I can. So you do see how the blade extends beyond the CQC-7. This is against the Sebenza. You know, one thing about the Sebenza that's very surprising is that the handles are pretty much the same length. I would say almost identically the same length. Maybe a few millimeters, like 1 or 2 millimeters on the Sebenza that's longer. But you just see how much more blade length you get with the Sebenza. So that's definitely one thing that I really like about the Sebenza versus the CQC-7. So unless you get to the Super 7, you know, then you get a longer blade. But you know, when I felt the grip of the Super 7, man, it's just so chunky, and I would just be this block that's sitting in your pocket. So I'm not really interested in this in the Super CQC-7. So that's a comparison against the large Sebenza, and then I guess really quick just against a small Sebenza. These are the standard ones that I've been doing some comparison shots with. So if you were to look at the blade length, you know, blade wise, there's not too much of a difference here, as you can tell. But when you do line it up against the back, then in terms of reach, you still get more with the CQC-7. Alright, so that's the review of the CQC-7V made by Emerson Knives. Great company, and I really enjoy this knife. Alright, thanks a lot, man.